Hello, everybody. I know I did a last minute posted of my live tonight, even though I did make a little video, but I realized after reviewing the video I put the wrong dates. But I'm here now and doing a live. It's going to be a very quick review of the first book in the series of Game of Thrones. So after this quick commercial break, we'll get into our review. And again, guys, this will be a very quick about my opinion of the book, the first book of Game of Thrones, called of course Game of Thrones. So of course, to my little intro, and then we'll be back. So see you guys in 30 seconds. Hello, Bud Files. How you doing? I hope you're doing well tonight on this Friday night. So, of course, tonight is my official book review, and of course, I'm going to be reviewing Game of Thrones, the very first book in the series. And again, guys, it's going to be a quick book review. I'm not going to go into a lot of details on the book, especially since I haven't finished reading the series, so I don't want to spoil it for myself nor for anybody else who has not read this series. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this book review. And again, it's going to be very quick, 20, 30 minutes. As you guys know how I roll, I don't do very long lives. I used to do long lives, but to be honest, I really don't have the patience for that anymore. Nor do I have a lot of talking points on it. So I'm really just going to give you guys a very quick review of my personal opinions and thoughts on the book. And that's really all it is, guys. I'm giving you guys my personal thoughts, and that's it. You guys are more than welcome in the movie, sorry, not the movie, but the video replay to chat up and to tell me what your thoughts are and what you guys feel about the book. Hello, Black Money Corp. How are you? I hope you're doing well on this Friday night. Of course, as you saw by the title of this live, I'm quickly reviewing the first book in the series of Game of Thrones, of course, called Game of Thrones. And this is going to be a quick live, really 20, 30 minutes as I usually do, nothing in depth. I hope you're doing well tonight, Black Money Corp. I haven't had an opportunity to watch the last couple of videos, but over the weekend I will be going through a lot of videos that I missed of my people, of my community. I will be watching your videos over the weekend. Great. I'm glad you're doing well today. Especially Friday, we want to end the week on a good note. So I'm glad that you're doing well tonight. So, quick little review, and again, 20, 30 minutes, guys. I'm not going to big details of the book. I did not watch the series on HBO, so I'm really just basing on what you remember from the first book, and that's about it, guys. I'm just giving you guys my personal thoughts of the book, and that's really it. I have to be, I'm not a big fan of it, although I do overall like fantasy, sci-fi, horror books. For some reason, Game of Thrones really, it really didn't do it for me. I thought it was a lot of deep, a lot of minor gestures, a lot of talking about things that should and more in detail. For example, in the first book, when the king was pregnant, it was sort of like paragraphs, and then they moved on. It was a past event when that should have been the whole point. You know what I mean? That should have been several pages of what was. Now I get that the book was a on the Moses, which is an actual historical event. So Game of Thrones is basically a historical fantasy more than anything else, because obviously taking an actual historic event or people and twisting it and making it something fictitious, making it something other than what it actually was. So obviously you also have fantastical or fictional elements in it. Of course, characters are not real, although they're based on real people. You have things like dragons and gods and things like that, where, look, obviously, I know some of you are religious or faithful individuals. They are obviously referring to religions or gods that are not real. Um, so you're seeing a lot of fictionalized representation of uh, me. I have no problems with. I have no problems with a book that makes it a fictionalization of events, and that consequently that they're going to change things from the real life events. Hello, hello, Be Informed channel. Thank you for me. So tonight, a very quick review of the book Game of Thrones, and I'm talking specifically about the first book in the series, which the first name Game of Thrones, obviously, hence the name of the series and the book, right? Again, it's going to be a very quick review, 20, 30 minutes. You know how I do. My lives are not very long. Right? Um, I hope one day, hopefully in June, I'll try to make my lives longer. I'll try to get people involved. I do panels and things like that, but I can't promise you guys anything because right now I haven't gone in particular individuals to do lives with. So hopefully I will be able to longer lives in the month of June on, but for now, I'm sticking to my 20 minutes. If you guys have any ideas, suggestions, hey, I'm watching still my third. I will talk with you about email in my about. You guys are welcome to comment in my video to, just whatever propose. Important. I hope you're doing well tonight. I hope that your week went well and that you have wonderful plans for the weekend. So let me know if that's the case. You can check. Hey, I'm going live tonight or tomorrow, whatever they can want for you over this weekend. So we're gonna get to my quick review of the book Game of Thrones. For me, of this, I'm not a big so on me with me that is a historical fiction that is based on a real fictional, and I like being in the know. I like most fictional when I get a where I don't look at where I don't understand the based on the it kind of still be honest, feeling stupid. Too many like stupid. So overall, I really fiction, but also the kind of where knowing the real story knowing that this is based on the War of Roses, I'd much rather read a book about the world version of it. Is the water happen in what versus what you know he happened versus what happened looking at is when we kind of have fictional stories, some of these fictional also well known that people kind of assume that that's what the just a fictionalized version of that real life or whatever the case might be, right? So that's my image I have. Now, third issue of the book is, like I said, it often gets into detail, very tedious, very deep, you know, a lot of minor characters. You know, the author, George R. Martin, might mention the book and never hear from this character again. So he would spend, two, three, 10, 20 pages of this one character you, you know, you hear about for that X amount of time, and they die and you never hear from them again, I don't care this nice armor hold and they were 6'5", I don't get that way, I get seen a certain amount of detail. Of course, it's important to who this character is. Some on things that say whether that character for the most part really doesn't make a difference. You have a certain amount of um, when a tyrant, I should say, is a small person for into his future and his basically the new king aren't essential to the story. Um, are characters or storylines that I do like so far in the first book and kind of debate who I root for the most. For me, it's between Danny and Arya. Danny is the queen of the dragons, and Arya is the black teenage girl. That's part of the Stark family. I like the characters equally, just because they tend to be uh, characters that are very strong-willed, independent, very. I'm gonna live on, and actually, female characters, characters tend to see that very often. Oftentimes, male and female characters tend to hide a certain kind of role, and I dislike that. It's not to say that get that in societies of all kinds, no matter what time period you're talking about. I get that for the most part, most people have a certain expectation of me based yes, on your gender. Be naive about part of who we are with what's going on between our legs, right? That is the reality or part of the reality of our world. Sorry, I'm having trouble with that word tonight. Um, but for the most part, I oftentimes see when we do have a quote unquote rebellious character that's like, look, I'm not going to play into gender norms. I'm not going to play into what's expected of me because I'm a man, because I'm a woman, whatever. Oftentimes, um, for the male characters, they kind of played off as stoic and noble. He did this for the betterment of the top of that, they also played a more part of my flavor of bitchy kind of character, and oh, they don't, they're they're hard headed and they don't better, but we'll soften them up and still love the character and be feminine and more delicate soon enough and go back in the normal gender role we expect a woman to be in. So you see these two female characters that are equally going through very traumatic. And Danny, of course, was married off a man where if it was up to her, she would not have married him. For a few sexual times, pardon my French, where it was questionable as to whether she agreed to it or not. She went through very, a lot of difficulties in her life. Her relationship with her brother was um, strenuous at best, etc. And of course, Arya had to witness the beheading of her father, and of course, she had to go and hide in when it was her father was accused of being a trick, etc. Um, so she was of really things on her side as well. So you had both characters that went through a lot of crap, but did not take these lying down, did not take these events as, oh my God, poor me, poor woe is me. I must now find myself a man who's going to save me. Oh, poor little me, I'm just a weak little girl. It's like, both these women cried, they went through their shitty. Yes, they were like, why isn't anybody helping me? Why am I here stuck alone, having to do this myself, etc. And yeah, both of them wanted help, both of them needed help, but they also realized, like, look, this is not the time nor the place to just sit around and do nothing and just wait for the quote unquote white knight to save us. Um, hello, G Patrice. Thank you for being here. You for spending even just a couple of minutes with me. Hello, Jean Patrice. Hello. So, of course, Patrice, I'm reviewing quickly the book of Game of Thrones. I'm reviewing in particular the first book. So, yeah, so I have those two characters I really like, and I like for the fact that, like I said, are strong characters, have been through a lot, that they have their weaknesses, they have the things that can be improved of Arya in particular, but tends to be tomboyish and doesn't know. You know what? Sometimes it's not always good to talk to say what you have on your mind. To just think what you say. You have to keep your mouth shut or delicate, quote unquote, ladylike way. Um, Danny, maybe puts too much confidence in her brother, and uh, doesn't take her rightful role as queen because technically her that should be the lawful rulers of the land. Here end of the series. So some spoiler. It's she kind of just flies off on her dragon and kind of abandons the throne that technically is rightfully hers, right? So I do like the fact that we have these two female characters that are strong, that are independent, but also flawed. Every woman is, like every man is, right? And I think that's really what's important. That I love about these two characters in this book is that um, you have the depth of character right with these two, where you see their joy, their things that they love doing, their compassion, their want and desire to help others, but also their trauma, their difficulties, their times where they need help and they don't get that, right? The time where they want their family, they need their family, and they don't have that support, right? And I think that's the experience of a lot of women and a lot of men too, right? And it's not about gender, you know what I mean? And I think that's what I like about these two female characters is that their trauma, their difficulty, their life could easily be the life of a man as well, right? And that's what one of my criticisms that I have a lot of historical fictions or historical books in general is that we see a lot of the female characters played as these delicate little princesses that always need to be saved, and oh, woe is me, I just need to find love and my and everything will be perfect. It's like, no, sometimes the prince is an asshole, for lack of a better word, right? Sometimes the prince is a shitty person. Sometimes your prince isn't gonna, even if he's a nice, wonderful person, he's not gonna save you. He's not gonna rescue you, right? So to have that full experience, that full broad strokes in these two characters is what I enjoy, and that you're seeing the actual spectrum of what could potentially happen in real life in these kinds of stories, right? You're seeing both men and women being traumatized, but still having to push through and still have to live what they think they should be living rather than what other people think that they should be living. Because in both cases, you have with our have her father, but also for family in general, that are telling them, no, you're a woman, you are of a certain bloodline, you have to live a certain kind of life, and both of them are like, why? It's not because of my gender, it's not because of my bloodline or my last name that I have to live this way or else. Hello, hello, Lashes Journey. How are you? I'm so glad to see you here tonight. I hope that you're doing well, Lashes, and baby, and you are feeling well. Because the last time we spoke, you were under the weather, very busy. So I hope you're feeling better now. And of course, if you're having kids, a big hug and kiss for me. And make sure that everything is good with your family. So I know it's late for you. Uh, 7:25 p.m. and my time. I think it's 25 your time. And I'm doing a real quick review, Lashes, of the book Game of Thrones, which of course was part of my Quiet series. I'm really talking about just the first book and not the entire series. So I am reading the second book, which is called A Clash of Kings. So I won't be talking about that book, but later on. Oh, you're watching me from the plane! Yay! That's to Jamaica. Make sure to see some Jamaican rum, please, pretty please, if you can. But like I said lately, make sure to take a lot of videos and pictures and all that of your trip in Jamaica. Not only is it great memories for you, but it's also great content for your channel. So yeah, take a lot of, like I said, take a lot of photos, take a lot of videos of your trip in Jamaica, and give your family in Jamaica a big hug and kiss for me. So have a great time, Lele. I know you're going to enjoy at least some time in Jamaica. I know you said last time you go there. I can't let me get. Honestly, sometimes like that. Whenever I go on vacation, sometimes I'm like, I just want to go home. We're all already. I'm tired. Let me get back home already. So I get it sometimes too. I That's why I try not to take long vacations. For me, a week of vacation oftentimes is it's more than enough. More than enough. So, anyways, either way, I have very fun in Jamaica. A lot of and from anyway, back to me ranting about Game of Thrones. So I mean, I do have some characters are developed, and some of them not so much, not so much. Pretty. I would love to see any. I wish I could have shown you Jamaica, but I think last time we spoke about it, it was part of the issue was whole C-19 and all of that, and I changes which can I don't think I would have been able to take time off at my job to be able to go to Jamaica with you. I'm glad you're going, and I hope you're think about vacations in the country. There's obviously, we tend to see the typical parts of the country or the city. When we think of Spain, Jamaica, the typical spots. But I love seeing like the quote unquote real part of the country, the real part of the or, or know about or what have you. And I love seeing. So definitely don't need to share that and a little outskirts of the part of town he really talks about. Don't be afraid of it. It's definitely enjoyable. I like it. So definitely share it. And thank you for sharing my video, even though right now I'm ranting about it. But I'm glad you're here, Lele, with me and spending a few minutes on your ride to Jamaica with me. So, anyways, we're going to continue on with talking about the first book of the series, also called The Game of Thrones. To be honest, I found that uh, the book it started off very dry. I have to say that if it wasn't for uh, people voting for me to use the Game of Thrones as the first book to read in my series, I probably would have, after the first page, I probably would have put it down and never picked the book up again. I was bored out of my mind with that first book. I really, I did not find the first, I would say the first 50 pages, I found it very boring. It was very long, very, oh, this person went over here and they saw that and they said this to this person and that person replied. And, it's really like, what's the point of this? Like, I really, like, I understand what he was talking about and uh, what he was getting at. It's really boring and really like, oh, what's his point? Get to what you're really saying. Because for me, it's like when you're talking about fantasy or historical fiction, I want to see the dragon fights. I want to see the wars and all the bloodshed. And I know that's like it's very gory of me and very. I like horror movies. I like movies. Right? I need to see the action. I need to see the people getting into the fights, right? And I think that's the kind. It's not everybody, okay. But for me, that's the whole side of movie or historical fiction. Is I guess if you have to talk a little bit of the characters and who's involved, you find out that somebody passed away. You want you want to pass away, but there are way into too much about before about characters that really were not important. I didn't care that Squire XY passed away the bubonic plague. Like yeah, it's shitty, but he went into like the depths of like, because he already mentioned it. It put really did. I didn't get into a lot of things that were happening until one of the people that. So for me, for the first like a 50 page, I was just more worried about my mind more than I guess I did. I probably not. Thanks, Cassius. I appreciate you a lot. I'm really doing anything and also, especially on a plane, you can do anything other than live. Thank you very much for to Jamaica. Hello, I'm free. How are you? To see you here tonight. I know we'll probably be going live later on tonight. Uh, glad you can enjoying it. Just put that. There we go. Yes, thank you. Definitely, as M3 Intellectual Soapbox says, yes, hit the like button, share if you. Yeah, thank you guys. Oh, my sound is in and out. Oh, my Canadian internet. Um, but yeah, no, I go internet issues right now. I hope everything is done now. So let me know. Put one in the chat box if you guys is good to go. In case now I'm talking and saying what I need to say. So worst case scenario, my sound really isn't doing well at all. Anyways, um, on on the fence with good people, like I find that in a lot of people have like people said the book so not as ranted and raved about the book about the series as if it was like a thing that oh it's I was disappointed by it overall. I think partly because it's so out and I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen and oh, what the that and like me, I'm like, okay, it's good. It's not that it's bad, but it's not as good. Know, I put it in 9. I would put it on a 7. Right? Okay. The things on two parts. You have scenes when you have uh, book where canceled was like sort of like this one sentence thing where people as when the character actually oh you need right so my personal thoughts on both guys and again it's just the first I'm talking about here I'm talking about TV show and I'm really not talking about the rest of the series I'm really just so I don't know what really is going on. I admit that I have different parts of the series, but I know that for the most part, I have watched the show, nor have all of the books, especially the two books that came late. So obviously, of the storyline that I don't know about. Um, Disney will not pay for the TV show since I did not watch the TV show. And overall, the first book was okay. Um, there's lots of been done differently. Um, she was not as much of a quote unquote badass character as she's often portrayed or described. Um, you can see that that she has a warped sense of loyalty and family and stuff because obviously it is discovered that she is sleeping with her brother. Her children are not the children of her husband, but rather the children of her brother, i.e., Arya and her sisters and brothers, including the John Stark, etc., are actually uh, the consequence of incest, which is an intriguing storyline. But again, in the first book, they don't go as interesting as that is. They don't really go into big details on that. So you see, for me, that's one of those things that again they could have gone a lot deeper into, really, gone into more. Maybe the kids discovering that they're a consequence of incest, right, and how that impacts them, etc. But they don't, unfortunately. So at least in the first book, maybe in the you know the rest of the second book or in the other books that come out, maybe they go into bigger details on that. But so far, they don't really mention it, unfortunately. So there's lots of storylines in the first book into detail that necessary. Other things that they don't go into detail that they really should have. That's just overall my thoughts about it. And this is just personal opinions about it. I obviously didn't go into big details, like I said. I'm not looking to do spoilers or anything of the book. Um, to read the book yourself and comment anything that I have missed, or comment your thoughts and ideas about the first book or any other books series if you want. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my quick little 30-minute review of this book to the series of Game of Thrones. So that's it for me tonight, guys. Tomorrow I will be live tomorrow the book, the movie, The Devil Wears Prada at 9 p.m. and at 7 p.m. I will continue my once a week lessons of Spanish. I read language. Hopefully, I will see you guys tomorrow as well. If not, I hope to see you guys sometime this weekend on one of your videos or in these YouTube streams. So have a great day, weekend, night, whatever it is for you. I hope you have a good one. And please, guys, give your loved ones a big hug and kiss for me to them. So be kind to yourself and to one another, folks. Have a great one, guys. Bye. Oh,